What are we looking at today?
Hey, Kent. Today we're going to look at this Triumph Thruxton RS T120. It's a 2024 model, which is actually kind of one of the last ones made. They have discontinued the Thruxton for now, and this is a really clean, low mileage, pretty example of one of the last ones out there. The Thruxton history came about when they made a special edition based off the Bonneville back in the 60s and won the Thruxton 500 race, so they called it the Thruxton. It was kind of a limited edition racer only version back then. It was the first bike to average 100 miles an hour at the Isle of Man TT race. So it was pretty impressive. And then when the original kind of Triumph factory shut down, obviously it went away. When they moved the factory to the Hinckley factory and restarted Triumph, they turned to Bonneville back in 2004. They took the basic Bonneville and brought back kind of the cafe racer style with the Thruxton. Lower clip-on handlebars, cafe racer seat, the whole look. Started out as a 865cc parallel twin. I think the original ones were carbureted, put out about 70 horsepower, 50 foot-pounds of torque, and weighed probably about 500 pounds wet. They went through kind of many variations throughout the years. They gave it either more power. About 2010, I think, it got fuel injected. Liquid cooled 1200cc fuel injected engine. Now putting out 103 horsepower and like 80 foot-pounds of torque. And didn't even increase the weight that much. This one weighs 520 pounds. So it's pretty amazing what they can do with technology. This is the RS version. So it's got nice fancy Öhlins rear shock, fully adjustable Showa front suspension, radial mounted Brembo brakes. It's just a pretty motorcycle, fun to ride, goes like stink and stops well too. You can tell they've designed it for some speed. They've got, pretty sticky tires on there. This one the owner bought, and for whatever reason he kind of goes through a lot of bikes. Some guys, have a lot of money and can do that. It's got 200 miles on it, so he bought it brand new, rode it for 200 miles, and decided he wanted to sell it. So if anybody's looking for a really clean, low mileage, last model Thruxton RS, this is it. I think new it was like $17,500 or something, and you can get it right now for $11,999.
That's a deal.
They look kind of like old carburetors. When they first did fuel injection, they really made them look like carburetors. People would come by and go, "Oh, that thing's carbureted," but they just made it look like old Mikuni carbs on there. It was pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah. Chain drive. Triumph is still one of the only bikes out there, British, they do things a little bit different with the chain drive on the right-hand side. Most bikes are all left-hand chain drive.
Yep.
Or belt drive, but they've got it on the right just to be a little bit different. A lot of guys, they had a Triumph growing up. Triumph, Norton, those were the bikes, right? Before the British invasion, the English stuff was the bike to have. And so guys will come in and they'll get an old Triumph and then realize that it's not as glorious as it was when they were, 18, 20 years old.
Right.
When they didn't care if it broke down and you had to work on it and whatever.
Well, these pipes look like Norton pipes to me.
Yep, yeah, the old reverse cone megaphones, basically.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, the reverse cone gets smaller in the back, megaphone pipes. But yeah, the old stuff now, they're great, still great bikes, but then you ride it and you realize, oh, it vibrates a lot. It breaks down every time I ride it. But if you want something that looks like an old Triumph, but you can just go ride and don't have to worry about it, yeah, you get a new one.